How do we find truth, healing, and abundance in today's world? And how can we build meaningful relationships to co-create the new earth? We're going to explore these and other questions from the heart center of the world, Glastonbury. And we're going to use the Lemurian Starchild Oracle as a template. I'm Mikael Kroon.
I'm Leanne Carpenter.
And today we've got a special guest, Will Reardon. A warm welcome, Will.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, great to see you.
Yeah.
See you guys as well.
Great to interact. And I'm just going to put the video on you for a second, so everyone be able to see you. And
hello.
Connect again. In Glastonbury.
Yeah.
Before that, we met online at on Rita's.
We did. Yeah. We're hanging out quite a bit. We've met maybe 3 times in completely different circumstances. So we're obviously meant to be meeting and interacting.
That's right. Yeah. And there's the festival in Avebury. That's right. That's where we met you as well.
Yeah, we're feeling a real resonance with you and Bean.
Yeah, absolutely. We do. We certainly reflect each other, and I feel her presence here with me.
Yeah.
And slightly sort of feel like she should kind of be here. I think next time we should definitely be reflecting each other. 2 of us.
Yes, that would be really lovely.
That would be really amazing. Yeah, we could do another show as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is tune in together. Leanne's gonna lead us into little meditation, and then we're gonna pull some cards to explore the Lemurian Starchild Template.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, we are as well. It's gonna be really awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so just allowing ourselves to be fully here, bringing all of our energies back into this moment. And allowing ourselves to be the observing eye and to settle. And feeling all of our light family all around us, creating a circle of light. Helping us to feel so safe, so connected. And as if we are with family in a reunion. And just dedicating this space of love to Will's highest good for his exploration with us with the cards, and for all who are watching. Making this a space for your highest good, all of our good. And welcoming in our light, our higher selves. Guiding us so that we can share light with all who are watching. All of our wisdom and experience and our journeys. And recognizing, we're all on this lovely walk home together. We're all bringing so much light and experience.
And we're just going to end this phone call. They can call back later.
Yeah, we had a phone
Go
call
on with the
coming in.
meditation.
So someone else energies wanted to come in
then. We'll send out this lovely energy to the whole world.
Really feeling our beautiful connection with all of life. Really honouring and celebrating that. And welcoming, all of the parts that we feel are not yet quite in the light. This is where we want to reach and build that bridge from the light and from our hearts. And just feel we're receiving a lot of energy, helping us to be open to the messages that are coming through our higher levels. And helping us forward on our journeys. So it is. With those energies often comes heat. And I'm getting hot now.
Yeah, wow. I've just put the layout on the screen. Thank you for that beautiful meditation. So, here we can see all the different cards from the layout that we're going to look at. Blu-ray being the baby dolphin, the indigo child, the earth angel, the rainbow child, crystal child, and the star children. And for each of these cards in the layout, we're going to draw a card, and we're going to see what the template can tell us and receive from the Lemurian Starchild Template. So, wow. How was the meditation for you, Will?
That was beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah, really nice. I mean, I connect to myself as well, and I was receiving some lovely light, and I was already feeling that warmth. I have been, just I am drinking a cup of tea, and I have got this big warm jumper on. There's an extra level of, fizzy, wonderful source glow going on as well. And I was seeing lots of lovely light. So golden light, yellow light, and sort of turquoisey blue light as well coming through.
Beautiful. That sounds nice.
Very lovely.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's go to the first card.
Yes.
The Blu-ray, and I'll make the screen big on the cards for a second. So this is the same layout that we just saw, and we're gonna start right here with the Blu-ray, and that will be the Blu-ray aspect about your divine purpose and path of life. So, cards here. Beautiful, playful way of drawing a card. And the card we got out is share space.
Okay.
So that means that bringing people together is at the moment really big in your divine purpose. So that's about communities and sharing the light, Will.
So what we're hoping that you'll be able to do is kind of feel into this card, which is, about telepathy, sharing space, like you say, community, communing with life and honouring life. And just tell us how it relates, whether it resonates with you and your purpose.
I mean, it's
that you're doing.
It's so beautiful, and it's so powerful, this connection that I've got with you guys. Obviously, people watching don't know, but a little while before Christmas, we met up, and I just picked one card myself from this pack, and it was Blu-ray, and I feel, that's one of the main vibrations that I feel that I describe myself as, or certainly used to. For a long time, I was like, I am Blu-ray. That's who I am. That's what I'm doing. That's something which was so close to me. I've always felt that blue energy, and I've always been happy with that and lived with that. And then more recently, that has felt a little bit cold and brittle and lonely and scared and retiring. I've been alone being a Blu-ray. It's a very sensitive way of being. And what I didn't have in my life was warmth and partnership and the beautiful orange and pink and yellow and gold warm colours of connection to, something that really reflects quite an opposite energy to the Blu-ray being, and the fact that it's got two figures in there, and that, because I found my divine counterpart in Bean, and these are the pink and orange golden energies that she really resonates. You know, that's what she is. She's the fire.
Yes.
And
this is such a warm card.
Isn't it beautiful? I love that warmth. I've spent a little while being quite cold, and to allow that warmth back in is this wonderful thing that started happening now. I'm connecting to more and more people because I do organise my own stuff and have meetings, and that's just been the start of me moving forward, is to find my tribe and connect with people and share, do exactly what you're saying, share and create a community space. So
yes, you've been doing these beautiful meetings, Galactic Council meetup kind of meetings.
Yeah.
In Avebury, haven't you, every month?
I have. Well, I feel like we've only quite recently started doing it. I think we've done 3, and we're coming up for the 4th one on the 2nd of February, and they are super powerful. You know, they always were. I used to hold them in my studio space here in Bradford-on-Avon, and they were wonderful. It was a thing that got me out of a hole, I suppose, to invite like-minded people into my space, into my life, and and it helped a lot of people. And now it's moved forward into a more public space, and it's better organised, and it's really becoming a thing. So it's very exciting. I know that I'm on my path and on my highest time, and I'm there in every element, surrounded by you guys and similar.
And you've got
I can feel what you mean, because when you Blu-ray, if you're not around the right people, if you're Blu-ray, you're just giving that beautiful blue. You're thinking of the highest good of all.
Yeah,
is arranging things in your life and manifesting circumstances that allow you to receive, isn't it? That warmth as well, and those beautiful colors that we see on the share card.
You really relate to that.
Well. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's lovely to allow that in when I suppose I cut myself off from everything except being a Blu-ray because I felt so strongly urged on by spirit to give up everything that isn't my service work. I ended up, but I'm desperately scared of getting out there, of course, because we are, and it's a delicate message to start talking about and being. So I spent quite a little while over the last few years tearing absolutely everything apart in 3D and not allowing myself any kind of love or support or anything to begin allowing that back in.
Clearing the decks in a way. And you've cleared that space, and now your divine counterparts come in.
That's right.
And this card is also about co-creating, and it really feels like, with that support from being, you're like these two in the flower. And this, what's happening in the flower is that there's, because of the connection, there's these seeds. It's like a potent, creative energy that creates seeds that then go out into the world, and they're like might not be able to really see. There's like a coiled spring here, which Mikhail did in light language on this picture.
Nice.
Do a lot of the art together.
Yeah.
And I'd already done these little like flower of life seeds that are tiny that you can't really see in this picture. But
I'll try to hold this here, see if it's a bit more. Yeah, that's it.
So there's little tiny flower of life seeds that are going out of the flower.
Amazing.
Also kind of did these like coils to show that, there's some real potency in that connection that helps, things to really take off and reach far and wide, I guess. And it was a vision that this came from during a healing with a friend, and it really just felt like we were in that shared space. And there's so much more of that happening. You know, when you meditate, you start to feel that sense of shared experiences, you know, in the inner planes. Beautiful, and obviously love makes that connection, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's wonderful to co-create. It's particularly because it's so difficult to do it on your own, and you know, I'm very connected. I'm very, you know, heady as well, and you know, can think about things a lot. So I started a infinite amount of projects, but then don't finish it because I'm too expanded. I need to focus in. When I focus in, it's just pure light. So there's not a huge amount of in between going on there. But then to have been is really allowing me to focus and operate in between those two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And bring something down to earth.
Yeah, that she's giving you the confidence to express the light, isn't she?
Massively, yeah, having that and me for her as well. You know, we're both going through a huge shift, right?
I really relate to everything you just said.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for us, for each other, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So lovely.
Yeah. Because it's making that bridge to expressing the light.
Yeah. And it's important. It's part of this journey, and it's something that I only began to really wonder about probably before meeting Beam, but like the twin flame thing. Is that something that you buy into as well, the twin flame aspect to this sort of star seed?
I believe in like the process of meet, you know, your higher self arranging for you to meet somebody who can mirror back and trigger whatever needs to clear in your system.
Yeah, me too.
And if you can actually work with the love and the guidance of your heart through that for each other, then you can come through that and be, you know, in divine union, really, through coming into divine union yourself through the clearing process.
Exactly. Yeah.
Experience is two hearts coming together, really.
Yeah.
And just a beautiful journey of raising the vibration and being of sort of assistance to each other, holding space for each other, and trusting each other. In a beautiful, sustainable way.
Yeah. And just being on the same level as someone. So knowing that you're going to be connected to somebody who's going to both reflect things that you still need to work on, and you know, and build within, and who's going to support you in and you know, create that sort of unitive space.
Yeah,
just can't quite connect to when you haven't got there. So, but when you are at that level of consciousness and you haven't yet found your twin flame, there's still something going around in your head going, oh my God, where's my, you know, like, I'm here, I'm ready. Sure, you know, perhaps I'm not ready because I haven't met her yet. And you've still got this little bit of madness going on. But when you can finally let go and be yourself when you're in, you know, a conscious, co-creative relationship with somebody, a spiritual person who's on a similar level to you, and it starts to work because you get each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
let's go to the
The dreams of the inner child.
Dolphin baby.
Dolphin baby.
Yeah. Hey.
I'll quickly share the whole layout again. Yeah. So the dolphin baby is the second one on this Lemurian Starchild reading layout. And it's symbolic for your inner child's dreams and emotions, like almost like the oceanic consciousness. Like, what are they connecting to?
Yes, what's sparking?
Yeah, what's coming up for them in this moment? We're awakening. Let's have a look together.
Wow. That's powerful.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one before.
No.
That's serious.
Wow. So this could mean that, even as a young child, you are having big awakening moments. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, on a certain level, I wasn't. I'm not particularly sort of psychic in that. I was seeing a load of weird stuff when I was a kid. My real awakening only happened in young adulthood, but everything now that I'm going back to with the sort of dolphin child, inner child thing. Obviously, I'm looking at my childhood and I'm doing I'm now, I've let go enough that I am now doing I'm kind of living day to day as a child in a state of play, in a state of making art and relieving myself of responsibilities and obligations, and I'm just going and doing my stuff.
Yeah. The stuff that makes you sing and your joy.
Yeah, absolutely. The stuff that makes my inner child happy.
Yeah. That stuff's important because that's that's your light wanting to express, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's something that I never quite let go of until perhaps more recently, and then sort of you get into work and houses and mortgages and that sort of thing, and then that just can't work. And so now back to art, drawing circles and making wonderful art and playing. And I'm a big Lego fan, and I've had it out since for a couple of years since I've had my kid. But Bean loves playing as well, and so we're really connecting over that and playing. Making things. That's what I'm looking at here. I'm in my lounge, and I do healing in here, and I live here on the floor, all spread out in front of me. Behind the camera is all my Lego, and
that's so loving, so healing,
isn't it awesome? And there's nothing to it. I'm not trying to do it to make money or share or sell. I'm literally doing it because I want to do it and I'm playing.
Yeah, that's so nourishing, isn't it, for your heart?
So it's amazing. And when you're doing that with your body, of course your mind is relieved to get into the space where you can be thinking or chatting about amazing stuff.
Yeah, going beyond
ideas, all that kind of thing. So, but that card is next level, because that means that sort of level of, I know this anyway, which is why I've aligned my life to this play and creativity.
And there's a dolphin in here, you know, which is obviously such a symbol of joy and play.
Isn't it? I love
sending a rainbow into the heart.
Yeah.
And that feels exactly like, you know, what you're describing. It's an awakening into truth and love, and away from all that conditioning, you know, which has made life into such a potential sort of drudge.
Yeah.
Which is not how it's meant to be.
Mm-mm.
You know, part of
we're here for bliss and heaven on earth, you know.
Absolutely.
That just doesn't happen through trying to sort of sell yourself on Facebook.
No.
Absolutely. Wow.
No, it's about actually expressing from the heart. I'm just being in the flow.
Yeah.
And letting go of outcomes and not being attached to any particular outcome.
Yeah.
Being from the heart. And trusting.
Yeah.
You know, trusting the universe, because this is the thing with Lemuria. They were in conscious awareness of connection with source, and you know what we haven't had until recently with more light coming into the planet, you know, is that conscious awareness, unless we'd made a conscious real effort to find that.
Yeah.
And you know, when you, that's why they were so joyful and in peace and harmony, because they didn't have the veil, which creates the beliefs and ideas of separation, which
yeah.
is actually true. And when you are in, you know, your oneness consciousness and connected with source, you don't really have those fears that make you want to strive or compete or anything like that. You know that there's enough for everybody, and you just affirm that.
Yeah.
Just through your knowing.
And I feel with this guide, you know, I think the more you play and you're on that joy vibration, the more you start to clear out stuff as well from childhood, for example, like any energy that was not you know, resonant with your natural being, and that you might have absorbed as a Blu-ray.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the energy of anything other than play. It's the energy of the obligation to go and get a job.
Yeah, it's kind of like the false masculine imposition, isn't it? Into the feminine, which is the natural expression of your heart. You know, if you're getting kind of imposed kind of rules and restrictions, you know, your heart will just kind of go into a waiting mode until it can come forth again.
Yeah.
And that's what you've done, isn't it? So beautifully, is giving yourself this space, which is allowed, you know, your truth to start to shine forth again. And
I love always with dolphin energy. Sometimes I feel if I try and connect down to earth, you know, it's not really happening. If I'm struggling to ground myself, basically, then I know that I've got dolphin level consciousness sort of on the way down, you know, whether that be a chakra or whatever. If I connect to my dolphin grid chakra, that's got quite a different energy, because obviously it's flowing and it's playful, you know, it's lively. Because I can also connect very strongly down to the whales as well.
Yeah.
You know, they've got that beautiful energy, but it's very slow, and you know, and of course, you know, that's okay. But operating in this world, you can't just wander around in whale mode the whole time. To get that dolphin energy, you know, it's quick moving. You know, you're dancing around and you're achieving loads of stuff, and everything's happening at once, and it's, you know, it's absolutely glorious state to be in. So yeah, dolphins are exactly where I'm at.
Yes, beautiful. I love that.
Well, let's have a look at the indigo energy. powerful energy of creation, powerful energy of clearing out the old, indigo color.
Yeah.
We all have aspects of each of these cards.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the indigo.
Mm-hmm. This is like a passion, isn't it?
As well, yeah. Ooh, the storm.
Oh, we've had that a few times lately.
So now we storm, Will.
No way.
This is other energy coming in, and actually there's some indigos colors in here, isn't there?
Yeah, very much. It's all it's about purification with fire and water, and and clearing space for the light. So this can be a real sort of desire to clear out the old in a big way. And I guess when we're in the indigo kind of phase, we're focused outside often about things that aren't right in the world. And there can be a wish, to kind of see everything change in the world. But often the action of storm is kind of within our own lives. And we kind of realize that we can be in our light and be in our light timelines, our Christ timelines, no matter what else is going on in the world and other people's choices and free will. And, we're just kind of on a different energetic frequency and experience, really.
Yeah. You using the energy of this storm, but I think maybe our job here is to take this storm and hold the hold the space for it, and allow it to happen, and to guide people through it.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, do you find that after a few storms, because everyone has storms in their life, that you find more mastery within those storms, becoming more stable in it, and able to see that it will pass, kind of thing.
Well, we have to, as trailblazers, really. Obviously there's a storm going on in the world in general, and that is reflected in our minds. So we've all been through the Armageddon individually in our minds, and come out the other side being all balanced and love and light, hopefully, or at least having some tools to help us deal with the ongoing storm, and to heal ourselves. And as soon as you're on that path, then you can help people who are also going through it. The exact same stuff, and the people who are now awakening. We've got to get ourselves together enough, because the rest of the whole world's waking up right now, and they're all going to need Reiki, and they're going to need all this stuff explaining, because it's a huge world of information and energy that people don't know what to do with. So we're gonna be there, saying being who we are, and talking like this online, in public, and it just gives people so much hope, because you feel like you're going absolutely mad. You're getting torn apart. Nothing in your 3D life's working. That's all you've been used to. Suddenly you get this big blast of light going, there's something more, but what is it? Am I going mad? And then you start looking at people like us, who are obviously completely bonkers. But we seem to have massive smiles on our faces. Something. What is this? What is this?
Definitely.
You've been the storms and have recognised that it's actually a light process, even though it can seem pretty rough and chaotic at times.
Yeah.
It certainly has been in my time in my life. But there is this light, that comes through.
Yeah.
And you realise, that storm is actually a process that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Clearing out all the things that aren't really you and aren't really for you, that aren't for your highest good, and that actually the space is being made because the light wants to come in, the love wants to come in, the true birthright, of each of us, which is, what this planet was originally designed for, which was heaven on earth.
Yeah.
And the Eden, that it can be,
yeah.
that it was in Lemuria, and that this is what these stories are actually about. And yes, if you can help people to recognise what's happening and understand it from another perspective, and you're not getting pulled into the whirlpools and burnt by the flames, then you're really able to help them to kind of have a sight and ability to get to the eye in the centre of the storm.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say, where you read them from our telepathic connection. But that's what mastery is all about, isn't it? Standing in the eye of the storm and allowing the entire universe to flow around you in its wonderful patterns, but maintain that beautiful column of light in the middle.
Yeah,
definitely, and being able to receive help and assistance from others, isn't it? It comes back to that shared space as well, isn't it?
Surrendering to trust, isn't it? Trusting that something, there's a higher power involved.
Yeah, because it's very hard to do it on your own, isn't it?
On this card is at the top, is this column of light, golden light, and a circle of actual order coming out of the chaos.
Yeah.
Light circles, concentric circles. And there's a swan rising up and bending her head into the flow, which is like love and light. And then there's a kind of heart at the third eye, like a realization that this is a process of love and highest good.
So, really, really drinking that in.
Yeah.
So, can you show the indigo card again in your circle?
Yeah. Why don't you hold them up both?
Yeah, so this
and I'll go to the screen as well.
Yeah. See, I haven't really.
Hold them next to each other. That's it.
So
they seem to go well together, don't they? Those two.
Yeah, they're very similar colors, and I think a lot of indigos face a lot of storms. They can be rebellious. They can
they
shake things up.
They see what's wrong with the current situation. Don't always know what to do about it.
But that indigo energy is really good for walking straight through it. And
really good. I connected so much to that Blu-ray thing that I didn't really think that I was indigo, but we're all everything. So it's really nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I can remember walking into a room and somebody who knew me so well as being, really blue aura. Said, your aura's changed, and it's got that indigo, purple, amethyst, violet color going on there now, which is really nice.
If you think about in art, what makes purple, it's blue and red. So that's
more balanced, isn't it?
Is perhaps the way that light is being more grounded and expressed now.
Yeah. It's got some warmth to it.
Yeah.
very powerful colour.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's about the violet flame and the eighth ray, which is a very watery cleansing ray, which is now available to the planet.
Yeah. And I've always been into Saint Germain and the violet ray and all that sort of thing. Because that's if there's blue's very protective, but if there's some issue going on, and I don't know how to heal it, then you first bring in that violet ray, bring in that violet flame, and it's the sort of skeleton key to fix absolutely everything. It is this highest magic energy. You know, use my amethyst and and just completely douse. What I'm thinking about is my boy. You know, when you dealing with a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, and the child's there screaming, and you're going mental because you know it's just not working. You know, any amount of shouting isn't going to fix this situation. So I go into like Jedi mode and use my mind tricks on him, and just bring in this huge violet energy. And sure enough, his the crying just goes down a level straight away, and in a matter of seconds, you can sort out something that was really building up into
brilliant.
The end. So that's been very useful for many things over the years.
Yeah, lovely.
Wow. So are you ready for the next one, Will?
Yeah. Earth Angel.
Yeah, this is your Earth Angel card, which is representative of
beautiful
your sensitivity,
abilities of feeling people and other gifts, and being an angel for others. Yeah. Oh wow! Oh. Nurture.
Okay. Wow, she looks like the divine feminine with that Mother Earth and the Mary and Mary and Magdalene energy there.
Yeah. Well, this is all about being part of birthing the new Earth and being able to nurture, but in a not detached way, but from a position of where
unconditional love, isn't it?
Yeah, unconditional. Yeah. So you're not attached to outcomes or anything with somebody. You're giving love in a very beautiful way,
and to yourself as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's both ways.
Yeah, self-healing as well. And when you tune into that lovely ruby red colour, a deep ruby red, it's so warming and nurturing. It kind of goes to the heart, doesn't it? And I guess this is what this is saying, that you're able to bring love and light into your own body, and that's helping you to be walking on the earth with that love and light. So being like an earthly master, really, in this realm, but really also in the light. So really being able to reach people, because it feels very grounded, but it's also at the same time very crystalline and very light, beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Mm.
I love it. I find that quite emotional.
Mm.
You know, just being held by that really, really warm kind of womb-like energy. You know, that's very supportive.
Mm. Yeah.
It's beautiful to twist that around the other way, which you did at one point in what you said. You know, because I just want to drink that in. You know, I want to be held. I want that red warmth, and you know, allowing that in is a huge thing for me. That's going to change everything. But then, of course, that's what I can then share.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with that purple, you know, red in with the blue.
It's like, you know, it's what you've been giving all your life, but now you're receiving as well.
It's so nice to make that feedback loop. Really nice, because you know, and only now can I truly give, right? Truly receive.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, and it's great that she goes really well with the Earth Angel, doesn't she? Because she's got the Earth there. She's like looking down on the Earth, holding it in the light, in the warm, safe womb environment.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect to go with that card, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
And I love the fact that, you know, that it is really about grounding it. So you have to be in your body, and you have to be in your, you know, all your little truths or your old truths, that parts of you that might be holding old energies or old programming, but being able to actually go there and to bring the light there to help them move from where they are to into the light. You know, it is a very deep, grounded process, and but that is what actually anchors the light and brings the earth into its. Well, the earth is ascending through the light anyway, but we're actually affirming that in our lifetimes, in our lives that we live.
That is such a strong message for me. The other things have been really confirmational, and to allow that energy in and have like come to the awareness that that's then what I can give. Is you know, I did know that already. I did know that I'm by holding these spaces for people. You know, of course I'm creating experiences that people come to and they're in floods of tears because it feels like home. But it's early days. I'm still sort of working with that. But for me to imagine that I am sharing that beautiful warmth is a new thought for me. Really nice. Thank you.
Good.
Wow.
So the next card is your rainbow child aspect.
Yay!
This is your divine abilities for the new earth.
Yeah. What's coming through there?
Okay, this card is called Resolution.
Wow.
You see that?
Yeah.
Pale.
I think we can see it. The two dolphins.
Two dolphins.
And a face.
Yeah. And a huge triangle.
I think you're getting it like this. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I love this card.
It's where you are tuning to the the divine blueprint to resolve the old. And I think that's, what we attune to when we go cosmically, because there's so many resources we can access the keys to unlock the divine blueprint by connecting to our cosmic guides. And so this is, about your ability to support people and also in yourself to bring things back to the divine blueprint.
Because there are obviously other places in the universe where the divine blueprint is being lived by all life in those places, such as Pleiades and different galaxies, and
pretty much everywhere apart from here.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's right. And I really connect with Lemurian. Obviously, you really connect with Pleiades.
Yeah, it can really.
Lemurian and Pleiadian energy is one and the same for me. My understanding of the Pleiades is that you could look up and see that little mini saucepan up there, and that's the Seven Sisters, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
it. They're not all really near each other. What it is they are in alignment, so they're actually really far apart from each other, but they're near from our point of view, from where we are.
Yeah.
Which actually means that we are part of this Palladian line. And there's some more Pallades like on the other side of the Earth, I imagine.
Right.
Because it's this huge column coming through. So Earth and this solar system is very, very much part of this Pallades thing, because otherwise we must be in line with it. All those little stars are in line with each other there. And so that Palladian energy is Lemurian energy when the veil wasn't there.
I can feel that.
We were just our true Palladian selves.
Right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, really cool, isn't it?
It's a very strong bond.
Yeah.
That we all have with the 80s and with Lemuria.
Yeah.
And because it's the bond of evolution, and it's in our DNA.
Yeah.
We've meditated and seen, how the Pleiadians help to, because the Lemurians were coming in from the ethers, from the light, and very angelic energy, and needed kind of a physical body. And the Pleiadians helped to bring in an ascended physical body, kind of DNA, for the Lemurian energies.
Yeah, I think that my understanding is that the Palladians came to Earth and manifested in a sort of human kind of shape body.
Yeah. And they created like a doorway, let's say like that, for many other etheric beings to also come to Earth. Yeah. So because the thing is, like, one lifetime you incarnate as in a human form, the next one you might be in Pleiadian form, or you might be Syrian, right? So it's kind of like you whatever name you give to it, right? It just depends on which planet you are in that moment, really.
Absolutely. You know,
all of it.
I'm well aware that I'm a multi-dimensional being, and
Yeah.
I've spent quite a long time zipping off around the universe, connecting to Arcturus, connecting to Sirius. At the very least, you know, there are closely connected neighbors who are helping with this ascension here. But then, you know, I'd sort of, you know, my daily life is to connect further and further out to more and more crazy stuff. And so and it's really full circle to remember, you know, just remember that it is that Palladian energy, dolphin stuff, and then bring it further down to earth when you use the word Lemurian, because that literally is the Palladian civilization that existed on Earth that we're all remembering in a way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
early days
Yeah.
of my journey.
It's like a really amazing memory that's accessible to us, help us like be be living in the fifth dimension here on Earth.
Yeah, isn't it? It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's, you know, everyone's like normal people have heard of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Sort of mystical place. And so when I sort of start talking about Lemuria, they're like, they've never heard of it.
Right.
But I refer to it as it's sort of similar to Atlantis. You know, Atlantis was part of the Lemurian civilization, but then obviously Atlantis isn't all love and light, and that's the place where we did have this massive downfall, and there were like massive issues similar to what we're going through now with technology and, you know, dark magic and, you know, control and all that level of stuff.
Control and ownership.
I feel that, you know, a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world at this point, like the dense stuff, is some say that it cycles or recycled stuff from Atlantis. Oh, that's still needing more healing, because a lot happened there, unfortunately, like catastrophes that destroyed the world, etc.
Exactly. Atlantis is where it all went wrong, and we had the fall of mankind. But at the start of it, so that's got a dodgy energy that we need to like recover from and forgive ourselves for not being able to stop it from happening and all that. And so but you know, you have to remember at the start of Atlantis, it was totally as high a level as Lemuria, and a wonderful, wonderful place. But you know, because it's got that complication, it's much nicer to connect to the Lemurian energy, which really, really is 100% pure light. You know, that is just exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's back to those pure states, isn't it? Whether you connect to Atlantis or Lemuria, just kind of moving through or seeing through all the dance forms.
Yeah.
To connect to that pure kind of untainted state, right? That we all know in our Akashic memories, and that we can recognize our divinity.
Yeah, and this card's all about focusing on the light.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe, you know, there's kind of like a diversion, but it's coming back to the light. And if you stay focused on the light, you know, it's just a quicker process, really.
Well, that's absolutely. You know, it's all about going from that duality at the bottom to the single at the top.
Yeah. You've got a beautiful, you know, ability with your art and your playfulness to show people their divine Lemurian blueprint or even Atlantean original pure state, to reconnect them to that.
No, it's something that you said then, looking at the way that you've drawn that, is that you've got your, you know, just this lovely Christed timeline moving forward, you know, the column of light, and then it seems to, in your drawing there, just hit that crossroad where doesn't just, it's not like it's splintering off like this. It's just like everything's fine, and then bang, it's like sideways. We are just, we've just gone from everything being absolutely perfect, and we're just aligned to being sideways. And then, then from that moment, from that 0 time, then we're coming home. We've been coming home the whole time. And we're obviously getting really near home now with people like us dipping in and out of this higher consciousness, angelic level God consciousness now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Shall we have a look at the crystal tiles?
Yes.
All right.
Can you explain what this means, what this represents?
Yeah. So crystal children, they've got this beautiful crystalline vibration of purity, and they're transmitting energetic wisdom. There's such beautiful purifiers and amplifiers of higher vibrations, those crystal children. And we've all got that aspect, and it's like the vibrational wisdom that we bring to co-create the new earth. So this is about a very pure state. Oh, beautiful.
This is whale.
Whale teaching. Wow. And this whale is standing up, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not limited in any way because it's the whale essence, really. Holding all of the blueprints for the whole of creation, the universe. And it's about also being able to be in the depths of experience and to connect with everything and to bring healing into those depths and to come back and to be a teacher as well and a mentor for others who are on this process, sharing wisdom and light, and always consciously remaining connected to source. I don't know if you can see, but there's like I've done an interlocking star here, and the whale is connected through an umbilical cord to the star. It was all completely intuitive, this picture. And the whale is standing up and blowing like sparkles out of its blowhole.
It's amazing. That's very, very beautiful and emotional to look at. It's very moving.
Yeah, it's weird. When that came through, that very day when I looked online and saw the news that some whales had been washed up on a beach. Yeah, but it was really
this
positive.
came through, isn't it?
It came through.
Energetic. Message.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to.
Yeah. So do you connect to that sort of universal wisdom from the whale?
Yeah, of course. I mean, some of the thoughts that were going through my mind were that all of your lovely cards are always children, and I love that, and I love connecting to that as the children thing. But the thoughts going through my mind were, what about being old, wise, and being a teacher? And obviously, that's really coming through with this.
Yeah.
We are both ancient. We're ancient, wise
beings,
and the whales are. That's an aspect of us. So, as well as surrendering to the innocence, the childlike innocence. Of course, we're teaching by doing that and holding that. that space.
Yeah. Yeah. Today, I was talking to our mutual friend Caroline.
Yeah.
She really connects with the whales.
Yeah.
And she's been given that the whales are were at the very start of creation. She was saying, oh yeah. Well, she was saying that and I've definitely been given that they hold all the blueprints, for everything in creation, and that they're just kind of like it's so beautiful, like the metaphor, the fact that they are the most massive thing on the planet.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, there's almost the word whale is very, very similar to the word whole.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that you're changing there is to put a kind of circle around the pointy up triangle of the A to change that word. And of course, they are massive. They're the most the biggest physical manifestation of consciousness that we've got on this planet. So of course they're holding this incredible energy, and it's interesting that they started committing suicide a bit, didn't they? As a message, which was both positive and very sad, and we're ruining the oceans and environment enough for them want to end their lives because there's so much noise and pollution down there. It's the noise, that level of stuff that they don't like. That's what makes them commit suicide.
Sonar
and stuff. But also because lovely beings like yourself are connecting into that whale energy, they no longer need to hold all of that energy so much anymore, and they can pass over some of that responsibility to us because we're now holding that energy as well.
And it's interesting this has come up for your crystal child aspect, because the whales are the frequency keepers, aren't they, of the divine blueprints? So they've been holding, like you say, that frequency and purity.
It's the absolute highest level of consciousness, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously, as your crystalline aspect is also carrying that frequency.
Yeah,
bringing it through.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Because we're all children and elders, isn't it? We've got all of them.
Timeless.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, and that's been really important for me as part of the reading. It's absolutely beautiful, guys.
There's one more card for you.
Okay.
This is your galactic gifts.
Great. And it's got an elephant on it.
Yeah. That Will just looks so joyous. Surrender.
Hey. So this is your galactic gift.
Nice.
So look at all that light coming in from the top.
It feels definitely like, the divine feminine message and just surrendering to these cosmic frequencies
and that you're guided.
Cosmic love, where you almost just overtaken by this beautiful high vibrational process, like you're really surrendering to the cosmic guides, cosmic healers, to in this process of transformation, of surrendering to your spiritual self, and
releasing
true
all the
self.
other stuff.
So there's a unicorn there,
which to me is just like guidance. You're guided by the light, and that you have a kind of clarity of knowing which direction to go in.
Yeah. Wow. How does your Starchild feel, Will?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of strength in that unicorn energy, isn't there?
Yeah.
And support. Yeah. Very, very powerful, high energy, the unicorns. I mean, it feels marvelous. It feels like I'm receiving a lovely, huge download of all that light. And yeah, it's like a waterfall of light down. Just to allow and surrender to that level of light is just unbelievable.
Yeah, you must have felt, like when you didn't have so much of a context for it yet. I mean, that's my own experience, years ago, having these surrender experiences, or experience of a lot of light coming in, and I didn't understand it yet. It's kind of like process, isn't it, of making that bridge to sharing the light and integrating it.
Yeah, well, that's what life is all about. After you've kind of seen the light, it's a great many long years since I had that blinding flash of light, that changed everything. And to figure out what it was one thing, which took many years, and then the next step is to try and integrate that into your actual life, and that's just that is the challenge, isn't it? That's what to do, to be that light, to channel that light.
Yeah.
Or surrender, surrender.
Trust, isn't it? Surrendering. It goes hand in hand with trust.
Because sometimes there's moments where you really surrender to your life. It's when you really change almost. Your DNA changes, your insights change, your consciousness transforms. Because you're surrendering your old identities.
Yeah. Feels like such a peaceful place.
It does.
This waterfall and this nature, this lush vegetation, and she's wearing flowers all around her neck.
Yeah, she's like Hawaii.
Yeah, so it really feels like Hawaii.
And that's Lemuria.
That is, yeah, it's the motherland of Lemuria. Yeah. And it's surrendering into that process, isn't it? That kind of takes you there, really.
Love it. Can you hold up the Starchild cards?
Hold them up both, yeah.
I'm not familiar with all these cards yet. I can't wait to get my deck.
Yeah.
Because I don't know all these cards. I saw this Starchild one really briefly when you're doing a reading for someone else the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at that elephant!"
Oh yeah,
I connect so strongly to those as well. Obviously, they're the land version of whales, aren't they? They're the biggest sort of physical manifestation of high consciousness that we've got.
Yeah. And it's a baby. It's got little hearts on its feet and a little red third eye.
Yeah.
And it's helping the star children to kind of feel nourished and clearing the energy so that it can ground, so that they can ground. So it's
little baby elephant. That's always been something at the forefront of my mind. But little baby elephant.
Yeah, it's sweet. That again was totally intuitive.
And this is the very spiritual activation by itself, isn't it? An elephant, because it means so many things to your DNA, and I can't exactly, put it in words. Yeah. But those elephants, they're not
amazing.
from Earth either. They're being cosmic gifts by themselves.
Yeah, I'd love to go to the planet of the elephants.
Yeah.
We all, I think we all tend to connect really, really strongly with cats. It's the sort of first go-to connection, that feline connection. And I think we're sort of reasonably aware that there are planets out there with feline kind of humanoid there. But then of course Ganesh. That Ganesh planet, isn't it? Well, I'm making it up.
Oh,
I can feel that there's the planets not from Earth, or the elephants, sorry, are not from Earth originally. They're from another planet as well. I can't really name it, but I know that they're not originally from Earth.
Well, I think Earth is a sort of universal, at least galactic library of everything that's going on everywhere. This is really where we're having this kind of huge game play out. It's final thing. And if you go to other planets, they're not as diverse as what we've got here. They haven't got a diverse environment with the all the plants and that sort of thing, but the animals as well. So all the different animals that you see, which are represented down here on Earth, probably come from all different places. Insects are going to come from there, and guys are going to come from there, and it's all different evolutionary paths which are represented here, holding space for this incredible, for Mother Earth, and for this incredible shift where we're experiencing the most separation, the most expanded state of reality possible. The infinite, really. Earth's just infinite in what it's manifesting here. And we've just got to bring it all together. And so, the main players, obviously, we've got us doing all the thinking and the we're really able to create technology and use our hands and make stuff. But you've got, the first things you're going to come to in mythology, and when you start thinking down these sort of energetic, spiritual ways of understanding, are going to be whales and elephants, and these things which have such obvious representation.
Definitely. It's so interesting how it's all connected, galactically, because there's another card, multidimensional, and I get a message that the emotional issues that we work out on Earth, they're all related to many other lives or many other planets. So it's like, this integration that's happening here is not just for the Earth, but it's a galactic process, really, or universal process.
Yeah, I think this sort of human experience here is, it's really important, and it's because this is the one that we're choosing to really experience. We get glimpses of all the other bits and bobs of our multidimensional existence, and we can connect in consciously to any of these different things. Any of these planets and galaxies and, you know, elemental stuff in the earth and the plants and animals, we can connect into any of that. But at the end of the day, we're here in human form. And we're here to do something very, very particular with...
enjoy it.
Yeah, and integrate all these frequencies.
Yeah. Yeah, and make this home, you know, make this heaven on earth, not like strive to go home or you know, come back as a cat because they've got it. You know, yeah, you've got to make this life as wonderful as a cat's life is, which I quite often see happening in my life. Like, what have I actually achieved today? You know, I've been eating and napping.
That's an important
and integrating higher frequencies.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. You know, that's by doing these things, which is keeping my immediate space clean and tidy, and keeping myself, my body, and my vessel healthy and clean, and having a little play with my Lego when I feel like it, and then going back to bed.
That's so brilliant. I absolutely love Lego. I used to play with it.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It's creation.
You just come round any time. I've got loads of Lego. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Lego party.
Lego party.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah, I've got quite a lot there, and it's all. I've got most of it's quite nicely arranged. You know, I haven't done it recently. This is from when I was, you know, a kid. It's all, you know, arranged into little boxes. So I know how to play over there. It's really.
It's half the fun, isn't it, with these things? I'm like that with my crystals that I use for jewelry making. I love arranging them, making sure that they're all in nice compartments. And
absolutely. Oh yeah, that's
keeping it all in order.
Yeah, taking things apart and putting them back into the right boxes is just as much pleasure as making something new.
Yeah.
I love that movie as well, the Lego movie.
Oh yeah, that's
this amazing story of this boy who's just playing and creating, and you know, and his dad just wants to glue everything together.
Isn't it beautiful? You know, it works for kids and they can watch it, and it's a cool adventure story.
Yeah,
and it works as a you know, very high consciousness thing. You know, he's a master builder. He has to believe in it. You know,
yeah.
But he thinks that he can't do it, and they go and look inside his brain, and it's flatlining.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then suddenly, you know, I can't remember what happens. That the hand of God comes. That he's just able to create from nothing.
Yeah,
he's
such a cool film. Spoiler alert there at the beginning.
we haven't told anything.
No.
Everyone.
There's so much more.
Yeah, everyone's going to see that.
Anybody who hasn't seen the Lego movie deserves to have it spoiled.
Wow, we've had such a lovely time together. You know.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Guys, beautiful layout. Let's show it one more time. You know what? I'll make a screenshot of this as well and send it to you.
Yeah, do. Well, I've been taking notes.
Making notes and all that.
Awesome. It means so much to me. What journey that we've been on this day. Really affirming. Thank you.
So people can find you on Facebook, can't they?
Yeah, I'm sort of scattered all over the place. I've got YouTube videos. You know, I do express myself, and I don't organise it particularly well, and it sort of does my head in when I start to worry about it. But yeah, I've got a bunch of different Facebook pages where I share different kind of things. I've got YouTube videos, and just come and connect with me however you like. I'm sure there are some different channels which I try and share on. I've got a group called Galactic Council, where like minds come together and we share things, and then I've got this actual meetup, regular meditation, which will always be advertised on that group. Very, very, that's the first place where you're going to find out about that. But from there, you can easily go and look at the art, the paintings, the stuff that I'm writing, and whatever. It's all happening.
Yeah, we've seen some of your beautiful art at the
you can see in the background
behind you as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in a bit on that.
Yeah. So, these are that Trinity thing's nice, isn't it? There's these things that more like sort of galactic portal type stuff. I do abstract art. And then I do a lot of information type stuff as well. This Galactic Federation sort of brand. I don't really.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really get
I want to fill the world with this stuff, and the other. If I wasn't wearing my rainbow hoodie, I'd be wearing my Galactic Federation hoodie. And
really, and I loved so much when I was at the festival in Avebury to touch some of your artwork, because it's got this beautiful surface on it. It's got this. It's not
3D.
Yeah, it's 3D,
but 5D.
So it's everything combined. So they've got very textural, abstract, organic textures background, which is that's that beautiful, completely natural looking like patina to everything, and then I bring through the geometrics over the top of that and try and explore the space in between geometry and that beautiful organic thing. And I don't know, but I was going to say about I do prints as well, which have got writing on, which just sort of begin to explain all of this stuff that we're talking about for people, and remind you of it when you already know all about it. I'm just trying to refine down what this higher consciousness thing is, talk about all the different aspects. What is Lemuria? What is the Galactic Federation? How does all this stuff work? What is the awakening? What's going on? Just trying to get into that, from this higher perspective, what actually is going on planet Earth right now with all this, what's religion, what's science, how are we meant to understand these things, and how exactly are we going to achieve what we're here to achieve?
When I was looking at your Lemuria one the other day, I came across it and I was like, wow, I just loved it. It's infographics the way to go, aren't they? To help explain things in just one easy, visually engaging kind of image. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. So I think I've got a book sort of half written, but I became bogged down in it, and because I'm sharing a bit about my own story at the same time as trying to explain everything, and it's called Everything is Amazing, but I was writing it when I was like really depressed, living in a shed, so it's got all this kind of duality, and I just kind of lost my thread really and just put it aside because there was too much. I didn't know where to begin and end. I didn't know which kind of tone of voice I was trying to use. Am I teaching? Am I just doing this for my own purposes? And so I started making these cards, which work much better than they're posters, and just writing a a short amount about these different things that I want to try and get across, and removing myself from it.
Yeah.
That can wait
for college. Did you go to art college?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Studied at Goldsmiths to do design, actually.
Oh, cool.
And by the end of this design course, where we've been learning how to design stuff which is going to help the world in social and environmental ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out of it and decided to be an artist, because rather than designing some new system or process, let alone some new product, that's not really where it's at. I just need to make art to help raise consciousness.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's how the posters came about as well. I just thought that maybe creating artwork like this would help open up people's minds to these things. But of course, they just look at it and go, "Oh, that's pretty." So I'm like, "No, there's a whole lot of thinking going on behind here. Let me talk about it." And then obviously they go, "Okay," and back away really slowly.
I find though, if you're really open to people, you might get different responses. But for everyone who's got a sort of a reaction that's kind of rejecting, there's also someone who's picking stuff up from it and learning from it. It's just taking the chance, isn't it?
I mean, over the years, I've just noticed so many people now waking up. At first, it was just like a few people, it seemed to me, kind of were shining their lights, and just seeing people shine their lights was just so helpful. And now, like, everyone's waking up. It's so cool.
Yeah. No, most people are accepting of it and find it interesting now, and they want to learn how to meditate. It's so obvious that we're all pro meditation people, and they want to know in general, and they support it, and it's nice. And there's only a few people who say, "No, it's not really my cup of tea," and disappear. And then there's a few people who are so deeply into it, but on the edge, and haven't found others very much yet, that it's a very profound thing to come into, like, a studio like mine full of all these galactic codes everywhere, and find someone like me talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
We're here, come and connect. It's beautiful.
That's it. Yeah. Wow, maybe that's a really good point to end the show as well.
Yeah.
Let's come and connect. All right. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Loved chatting to you guys.
Leanne just said, am I going to do little channeling?
He normally finishes with a little channeling. Okay. So, yeah.
Let's do that then. I am Archangel Michael. Each of you is bringing through the energies from your family of lights already. And when you receive this energy through these words, it amplifies even more. But know that it is within each of you. That each of you brings through this energy. And that channeling is not the most important thing. It only adds to the energy. The most important for each of you three and everyone who's watching is shining your own light through your own words. Allow the angels to be close to you. Because even when you talk normally, their energy will come through vocally. Without any effort. I am Archangel Michael. I love you all dearly. Anyone connecting to this transmission. Thank you for receiving my messages.
So
Wow.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing.
So lovely.
It's been great to connect and
To explore.
Be in touch soon.
Hi, I'm Leanne. This is Mikhail.
Hello.
We'd like to introduce you to the Lemurian Starchild Oracle, to a new way to receive loving guidance, inspiration, healing, and abundance into your life.
To demonstrate it by drawing some cards and showing you how it can bring great steps on a life journey for all of us into higher self-embodiment.
I'm an artist and a clairvoyant and also a clinical psychologist. And Mikhail is a physicist.
Originally. Yeah.
And a spiritual channel. And
that's right.
Author and artist of light language and singer of light language. We just want to share a card which is Heaven on Earth, which is a place that we're all invited to. It's the fifth dimension and above. It's the new earth. It's recognizing spirit and matter and living in a way that honors life. We would really like to, get as many printed as possible, so as to get the price right down. And then that way, what we feel is like a gift for all, for the kind of healing and the letting go of the old paradigm and the welcoming of yourself as a recognizing of yourself as kind of a divine co-creator, and recognizing the Lemurian Starchild within you, which is your natural state of magical beingness. We really want everyone to be able to enjoy that.
For every card, that's channeled from the Pleiades, from Lemuria, from our own unique collective of light beings that came together for this card deck. And then in addition to that description, you also get a meditation and and there's layouts in the book.
Healing processes.
So we're gonna can find more about our deck on the Lemurian Starchild Oracle.com. And there's a Facebook page, Lemurian Starchild, where we share some of the cards, some healing music, lots of other things as well. Updates about the process, lots of things. And now there's the Kickstarter as well.
So the Kickstarter, even if you can't pledge anything to the project, you can really, really help us by sharing our video. We'd be just so grateful.
That would be really awesome.
Cards really connect you with your own heart and your own higher guidance, really. And also, you know, allow you to tap into the fun and the joy of living as we're meant to, and, you know, receiving our birthright, because we are beloveds of God.
And so it is.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching, everyone. And do send us a message, send us an email, send us a messaging message, comment. We'd like to be in touch, to share love and light. Thanks very much for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.